from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. It's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. Colts versus Kyle Allen and the Houston Texans.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Houston Texans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They come in pretty desperate here for a win as they've started the year 0-5.
And it seems way too early to start talking about hot seats. But guess what? When a team is 0-5, people start wondering about their jobs.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their fourth-year man from Houston. It's Kyle Allen.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that. But he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
They'll start with the option. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Throwing middle. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move it back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. On 2nd down now. It's Pierce, and he's going to get this one down to the 30. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Allen going to throw. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll run it here with Pierce. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd down, it's Pierce. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. On the carry, this is Pierce. And he picks it. first as he's able to take it down to the 7. Yard line. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So now the Colts will get their first opportunity with the football. They'll be led out by their now 36-year-old quarterback who's in his 14th NFL season, the former MVP, Matt Ryan.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
Meanwhile, Ryan's throw into the hands of Pittman here. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. That catch good for only a couple.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The 3rd running back taken in 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, 3rd most in the NFL, and by the last quarter of the season, he ranked among the best runners in the league.
To throw again on 2nd down, Ryan firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Colts! Mo Alley-Cox, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the... Back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. We'll check on his status when we get back. They'll run on 1st down. Pierce. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
2nd down and 5.
A run here with Pierce. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
44 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Seven, our score after 1.
On 1st down, it's Pierce, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
They'll run. This is Pierce. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
The Texans on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Howard. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. And to give this time to the tailback. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it in the play before with a smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it.
And now it has to warm the hearts of a lot of old school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now Ryan hits his target to tight end Mo Alley Cox. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Throwing again on 2nd down. Ryan.
And that's caught left side by Mo Alley Cox.
Mo Alley Cox in his 4th season now in the NFL had 31 catches for the Colts last year. Really starting to develop into an excellent target downfield. And there he
got a man. It's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman,
his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Lambo to add on the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. On the return, Tremont Smith.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans.
And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that is incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, it's Pierce. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Well, let's check on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And that one off the mark, a little late with a throw. The Texans' new punter for 2021, Cameron Johnston, on to punt.
As he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retake center stage.
And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about it that way. It has to be set higher with this beginning. Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. That catch good for only a couple. Throwing again. Ryan. Over the middle. Hauled in by Campbell. And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To try again after the sack. Ryan, touchdown! Matt Ryan now 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is now 21-14. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up.
Play action. Now it's Allen. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And this one's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
On 2nd and 10, Allen. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He finds his man, complete. That's Pierce. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And again, it's Allen. And he's got Dorsett, complete. Touchdown, Houston. Philip Dorsett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Texans are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Colts about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan.
And this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
Pushing his way through. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson.
And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So after the INT, it's Allen. Steps away to his left. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. Next, we'll head over to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And you can see there, it's the visiting L.A. Rams who have the lead in that one. 2 touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. Lastly, let's check in on our nation's capital to see what's happening with the Washington football team at home at FedEx Field. In that matchup, all even in their battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it.
Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tied game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
57 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Mo Alley Cox.
12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And tough sledding. They'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Ryan. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And the reception made by Green. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And will take a 7-point lead. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And incomplete. He dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. Second down. Here's Allen to throw it. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time through the air. 2 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 37.
It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. On 3rd down, Pierce. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Now a throw here to his running back.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Allen off the play fake. Rolling to his right. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards down to the 15.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game.
Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time of the ball game.
And Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the 3rd quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the 3rd quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't have a great tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 2nd and 11.
Here's Ryan.
It's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Now it's Ryan.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Here's Smith to return it. Pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return.
And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go again with Pierce. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 3rd down, Pierce. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
122 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Pierce. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And now they'll throw with Allen. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Buying time to his left. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Right back to him on 1st down. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
On 1st down, it's Pierce. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big third down now in this tie ball game. And they give this time to the tailback. 144 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. 4th and goal. Here we go. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans have broken the tie. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead. And what a all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. So Matt Ryan of the offense, down by 7, a little over a minute to go. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down. Pass complete to Taylor. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Here's Ryan. Campbell making the catch. Throwing now is Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Woods. And he goes out right around the 39. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now Ryan. With a great grab. The 20. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Lambeau on for the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. Out comes comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. Right now, you know that the heart is pumping for Kaimi Fairbairn. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick here is good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And I tell you, these division games, never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game, on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for the Texans, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Colts, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Bye.